I wasn't supposed to be in that room. I wasn't supposed to hear the doctor say it. And I definitely wasn't supposed to see my mother-in-law collapse like that. Because the DNA test she secretly ordered to destroy me didn't just prove her wrong. It proved something far worse. Something that made her scream, "This can't be true." But it was. And in that moment, her entire life, her marriage, her money, her legacy, was over. This wasn't just dislike. It was targeted. My name is Vanessa. I'm 48. Married for 12 years. One son. And one mother-in-law who never hid her hatred for me. Diane didn't just dislike me. She studied me. Measured me. Looked for flaws like it was her job. You don't come from money. You don't understand how this family works. My son had options, better options. Better options. That phrase stayed with me. Because this wasn't just about personality. This was about status. Money. Inheritance. Diane came from old money. Real estate. Trust funds. Family wealth that stretched back generations. And in her mind, I was a threat to it. When my son, Ethan, was born, Diane changed. She didn't celebrate. She inspected. She stared at his face for long periods. Too long. Uncomfortably long. Then came the comments. Not loud. Not direct. But sharp. He doesn't have Mark's nose. Our family has strong features. Genetics don't lie. Genetics. That word kept coming up. At first, I ignored it. But then, she started bringing old family photos. Lining them up. Comparing. Like she was building a case. And then one night, she said it. Softly. Calmly. Dangerously. I just believe in certainty. That's when I knew. She didn't trust me. She was preparing to prove something. Let me ask you this. What would hurt more, being accused of betrayal? Or being silently investigated by your own family? Because one attacks your name. But the other? Destroys your peak. One afternoon, Diane insisted on babysitting. Not asked. Insisted. Go out, she said. I'll take care of him. Something felt off. But I ignored it. That was my mistake. Because that day, she didn't just stay home. She took my son to a private clinic. A high-end genetics lab. One she trusted. One that handled sensitive family matters. She thought she was being smart. Careful. Invisible. But she made one mistake. She didn't test quietly. She tested boldly. A week later, she called a family meeting. That alone was strange. Diane never called meetings. She controlled things quietly. But this time, she wanted an audience. Me. My husband. Her husband. Even her lawyer was there. That's when my stomach dropped. Ed. This wasn't suspicion anymore. This was a setup. She stood up. Holding a folder. Calm. Confident. Almost excited. I think it's time we clear something up. My husband looked confused. I felt heat rising in my chest. Then she said it. I conducted a DNA test. Silence. You could feel the air change. My husband turned to me slowly. Vanessa, what is she talking about? I opened my mouth. But nothing came out. Because I didn't even know how far she had gone. Then she placed the documents on the table. I tested Ethan, she said. And I tested Mark. My heart started pounding. She smiled. That smile. I will never forget it. Because she thought she had one. Before anyone says anything, she continued. I just want the truth out in the open. Then she slid the results across the table. Read it. My husband picked it up. His hands shaking. He read silently. Then his face changed. Not anger. Not confusion. Shock. Pure shock. He looked up. At her. Not at me. At her. Mom. His voice cracked. This says, I'm not your son. The room froze. Diane blinked. No. That's not. He slammed the paper down. IT says I'm not related to you. Everything exploded. Her husband stood up. What is he talking about? My heart was racing now. Because I had seen it too. She tested my son. Yes. But she also tested Mark. Against herself. And the result? Zero match. Not partial. Not distant. Nothing. That's when her husband spoke again. Slow. Controlled. Terrifying. If Mark isn't yours. He turned to her. Then whose son have I been raising? Silence. Diane stepped back. Shaking her head. This is wrong, the test is wrong. But her voice? It had no power anymore. Because everyone knew. The truth had been waiting. For years. And now? It had been dragged into the light. Here's what Diane didn't think about. The family wealth? It wasn't hers. It belonged to her husband's bloodline. Trust funds. Properties. Stocks. Inheritance structures. All tied to biological heirs. And Mark? Was supposed to be the only one. But now? He wasn't legally entitled to any of it. And worse. Diane had known. She had protected that secret for decades. Controlled documents. Avoided testing. Blocked questions. Because if the truth came out, she would lose everything. And ironically, she exposed it herself. For years, she treated me like an outsider. Like I didn't belong. But in that moment, I was the only one standing steady. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just watched. Because sometimes, the most powerful position is being the one who didn't lie. My husband was broken. His identity shattered. But I held him. Grounded him. Because unlike his mother, I never betrayed him. The fallout was brutal. Lawyers got involved. Immediately. The estate was frozen. Investigations started. And Diane? She lost control of everything. Her marriage? Destroyed. Her reputation? Gone. Her power? Erased. All because she wanted to prove I didn't belong. But in the end, she was the one who never did. And that DNA test? It didn't ruin me. It revealed her. If this story made your heart race, if you've ever dealt with toxic family, inheritance drama, or betrayal hidden behind money, then you already know. The truth doesn't whisper forever. Subscribe to RevengeEcho. For more stories about betrayal, power, money, and the kind of revenge that doesn't need to be planned. Because the truth does it for you.
Thanking you for watching RevengeEcho channel. Like, subscribe and comment where you are watching from.